Hello there.
The Severance marathon has been fantastic thus far, ladies and gentlemen. 4 Severance uploads in 4 days, and after this reaction, actually, I am planning to upload episode 5 of Severance, so that will be 5 Severance uploads in less than 5 days. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying the Severance upload rate. Like I said, I'm planning to do the entire series with an upload each day for Severance. So I think it is 19 episodes the entire series, because I believe season 1 is 9 episodes and season 2 is 10 episodes. So it will be 19 Severance episodes in 19 days. Hopefully we can achieve that on the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the reaction. Last episode we had a major revelation at the end with Miss Casey actually being Gemma, Mark's wife. So many questions with that reveal. So did Lumen find her potentially, or get to the accident before Mark and take her to the hospital? Does Lumen own the hospital potentially, and those type of patients that are on the brink of death, or that are surgically operated on? I don't know. Are they integrated into the Lumen company? And it seems like I've been saying through the reactions, it seems like Miss Casey is a prisoner. It doesn't seem and I guess that's sort of justified with the ending right there. It doesn't seem that she has an outside life outside Lumen. It doesn't seem like she exits the building potentially. It seems like she, is basically a servant of the company. She's so robotic in her nature, in my opinion, and it seems like she's been, mentally altered, obviously, with the severance procedure. And that's going to be interesting going forward, man, because that's Mark's wife. That's Mark's wife, who he thought had passed away and has caused all this grief, and is the reason he undertook the severance proceeding in the first place. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let's continue this fantastic journey of a show. My name is Elie Moses, a 25-year-old law and film student here from Sydney, Australia. Absolutely shooting shot. Today, we are up to episode 8 of Severance Season 1, titled What's for Dinner? We're going to get into the reaction. We're going to have some fun with this thing. And as always, baby, let's absolutely smash it. Let's go. Okay, Irvin. First time we're seeing him outside of the workplace. Yeah, that reveal, like I was saying at the end of last episode, raises so many questions in terms of how did Lumen have access to, Gemma's body? How did they cover up her death? Obviously they probably, might own the hospital that she was taken to. And there's an overarching larger plan with Mark. Oh. I was about to say, that seems like to be covered in the black goo, where he has those sort of daydream nightmare, those day nightmares about black substance. Ah, bro's an artiste. I think so. He's working in the wrong department. Interesting. Now that's quite intentional right there, how Bert and Dylan are depicted side on, but Helly and Mark are depicted facing the front of the frame.
I just wonder if it might be helpful for us to stand behind her and perhaps chant her name.
Okay, she'll make it. Just let her focus.
Framing was hella trippy right there.
How's she doing?
Guessing it was a mirror reflection shot, or the frame was split in half.
Oh, and I want to schedule a end of the quarter wellness session for Mark. One last time.
Now that's intentional. That's intentional.
Really?
I know that this has been a trying quarter.
That-
You have availed yourself well.
I was waiting for that smile to break out. Yay! Super Mario ass type music right there.
She do it?
She completed the game.
Fuck and yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, would be proud.
I knew you could do it, Elie R.
Still have no idea what the F they're doing, but
Even in your darkest moments, I could see you arriving here. In refining your macro data file, you have brought glory to this company and to me, Kier Egan. I love you.
it's almost as
But
if.
now I must away,
Sorry.
for there are others who need me around the world. Goodbye, Elie R. And thank you.
Like I don't want to make this comparison, but it's almost as if like the innies are little children in a way. Like I don't know, their mindset, their mindset, and the way they think, the way they act, sometimes very childlike. It's almost as if they're in preschool, and Kier is like the teacher, and like Kier is like the Santa Claus type figure they look up to, and it's like Elie right there, and the way Kier was talking to Elie, it's like she received a golden star for doing something well in class, if that makes sense. I don't know. That's the type of vibe I get off the innies, even though they're adults. But it seems like their innies are sort of like the innocent, childlike version of the outies a little bit. I don't know, just the way they behave sometimes, the way they react. It's a little bit childlike. That it's childish. That's how I see it sometimes. So yeah, it's like they're new to the world in a way. The animation, the colors, the Sonic Mario type music. It's something you'd reminisce on
Boom.
as a kid. Like,
That's quota. We did it.
Good work.
why am I laughing?
Despite a staffing shakeup.
Yes, and spending half of your time farting around the halls.
Hey, they still did it.
yes,
They
you
still did
made
it.
Have you decided who you want to stay for the waffle party?
I was thinking Dylan. Yeah, but it's more his thing, and he really worked hard.
See, their tone of voice, the way they talk. I know we're up to episode 8, but
Well, I'll make the arrangements. But before you celebrate, I'd like you to drop by wellness.
Really?
Yes, I'm having all department heads do an end of quarter.
now that is cap.
All of the stress and Mr. Grainer retiring and everything.
Of course.
Mark, all sarcasm aside.
Mark?
Now this interaction
Miss Casey.
is all the more like. Did Cobel send? Obviously, she sent Mark here intentionally to see Miss Casey, but does she want
Where
him
did Tree go?
to recognize his wife? Is this a test? You know how a couple of episodes ago Miss Casey wanted to give or kept asking Elie for a hug? I feel like she's the one in need of a hug, bro. Like, look, her tone of voice, it's almost, she just sounds defeated. She sounds like she lives the worst life possible and is just trapped her entire life. Now, as well, there's something really significant at the beginning of the episode to open with Bert and his quiet life with his dog. And I believe the credits said the dog's name was Raider. But, just an empty home, him turning on Ace of Spades, and getting in the zone and just painting. And obviously we see in O&D, he's always gazing in sort of like in awe and wonderment of the O&D department and the paintings of Kier and everything. And then it's funny, the irony of it, his Audi is actually a painter, it seems. Or like he does that in his spare time, or he takes pride in his artworks and his paintings. But yeah, I think right there, when you rewatch this show or you see those scenes where sort of Bert is daydreaming and you see the black goo and liquid descend upon him, is that him sort of thinking about his Audi? Or like, his Audi thoughts about the paintings and stuff like that, about the, the black paint? Is that what it is? Is that what it's meant to signify? And that's the connection between his and his Audi. But it seemed like right there he was just mashing up black paint in a certain technique. And the way it was filmed, it was almost as if you had the wooden canvas, or like sort of the wooden the wooden canvas, or the wooden plank right there, and he's just covering up in black ink and black paint. And the way it was filmed, it was almost as if he was gradually covering up the hole in his life as he was progressing through the painting. But it ended up being covered in black. I don't know if that's meant to signify something. Like, yeah.
So I'll be retiring at the conclusion of this session in the
Oh,
Wait, when did they tell you?
that's why she sounded so defeated.
Just now. Just a moment ago.
And the thing is, the little portrait he had of Gemma, he looked like the happiest person in the world. Like, that smile shone, bro. That smile was glowing.
Your Audi has brightened people's days by merely smiling. Your Audi makes time for people, even when they...
Let me talk to somebody.
Just cares about her. Cares about everyone. Very selfless, isn't he? Just worried about her. That's it. Stuff this session.
I liked being in the office with you all that day. I know I vexed you.
That's because y'all are meant to be together.
Strange.
No, you're not strange.
My life has been 107 hours long. Most of that has been these half-hour sessions. I suppose it's what you could call my good old days.
That's sad, man. Someone play the FU Lumen song.
There must be something we can do.
Waiting for him to realize.
We're people, not parts of people. Even with what little they gave us, these are our lives. No one gets to just turn you off.
Does she want him to find out? You waiting?
Your Audi is kind. Your Audi can set up a tent in under 3 minutes. Your Audi knows a beautiful rock from a plain one. Your Audi likes giving.
Yeah, I think she kind of
You know it's
disappointed in
good,
the way that
right?
went.
That they don't remember each other. It means the chips work. It's a win.
Take her back down
The chips even
to
sever.
the testing floor, please.
The chips even sever the strongest bond of love known to mankind. That is cold. These chips are crazy, man. Yeah, I think she's disappointed. Is she disappointed? That it almost sounds as if like Cobel wants there to be a fault in the chip. It's almost as if she wants there to be a hiccup. I don't know if she wants to disprove something to the board. That's why. But it's almost as if she was really disappointed in how that scene went right there. And obviously, she intentionally placed Mark with Casey there. And yeah, it seemed like she wanted him to recognize her, or both vice versa, to recognize each other, and somehow make that connection that their Audis are married to one another, or were married to one another. Yeah, and it seemed like she was disappointed at the end there. It's almost as if, yeah, she's disappointed that the chips work, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know if she's against... No, I don't think she's against the company, but like, maybe she wants to give like a big FU to the board after the way they've treated her recently. I think she feels disrespected in a way, especially with like how they've sent a middleman, that lady, to have communication with her rather than her making direct contact. So she's only been awake for 107 hours. So she gets switched off. That's it.
Do you know if I'm happy up there?
Of course. You do all sorts of wonderful things.
Bro, they send her into like the abyss, man. James Cameron style. That's where they send her. To the void.
I just have so much to do today. On you go.
You know it's really dark when they can't even frame, well, when they can't even light Milchick up right here. And they have his face concealed in the shadows. He couldn't even put on that fake smile he usually does. So they didn't even send her up, they send her down. And she only comes up when called upon. She only comes up for the 30-minute sessions, and the longest had was that day with Helly. That was the best. Oh, bro. Tragic.
Mark.
Where were you? They gave me a wellness check. Okay, you're all set for the waffle party.
How's Miss Casey? I mean, I'm over her, but still want to be friends.
Is everyone sure they want to do this?
This is the adult Goonie squad, man.
Jacks ready to party.
Yeah.
Dylan G's waffle party will commence at close of day. In the meantime, I've ordered the pre-waffle party egg bar social for everyone.
Yes. Hater. Yeah.
All of you deserve this for reaching quota. But before we begin,
Your name is Seth, bro. You're
very
not as
special
intimidating
gift
as I thought you were.
for a very special Dylan, our 3-time R of the Q, a man whose mind is as sharp as his incisors. Right, bud?
Open it.
You can tell Milchick
I
just
bet
want to
you'd
throw
like
a
that,
right hook
fuckers,
at him.
But my prize, my eyes. So
Maybe you should show them, Dylan. Show them what you requested.
Yeah, show us, man.
fine.
Is that a new portrait?
Okay, yeah. Let's switch up the vibe in here.
Oh no, not again. Not again. Not the disco lighting.
Good.
The disco lighting.
Jesus, this is actually good.
Yeah, the egg bar is coveted as fuck.
If this is the pre-waffle party, I'd hate to see what the actual waffle party's like.
Don't you want to see your kid again?
What we're doing tonight is just the first step.
The rebellion.
Are you sure?
Elie attempted suicide 3 weeks.
Yeah, this girl. I forgot her name, but
Elie attempted suicide 3 weeks ago.
Yes, she did.
does she have the mic
How
on
could you not
her
tell us?
left ear this time, and the other episode was on her right? What am I tripping?
Milchick give you those?
We also know that you've been spending time at the home of Mark Scott's sister.
And the board knows everything. Of course they do, but yeah, why would
Right.
that wasn't communicated to the board about
It has been
Heliar's suicide?
decided that you be suspended from your position effective immediately. You are fired.
Wait, is she suspended or fired?
Oh, fuck off, Natalie. Is the board even there?
Damn!
I'm sorry, that was rude. I can explain everything to the board tonight, please.
The board has concluded the call.
Natalie's cold, bro. Natalie's cold. Bro, like... Okay, that's interesting. So she didn't tell the board that Elie tried to commit suicide, which is interesting that she'd concealed that information. We saw that, you know, with everything regarding PD, she wanted to get all the facts, I guess, or like try and get everything into one bundle first so she could present it to the board and get everything right as rain before everything was presented. She didn't want to present, like, you know, bits of evidence to the board, like, scattered. She wanted to present the whole case at once. But yeah, it's interesting that, you know, especially as a new severed individual, or a new employee, that she wouldn't report Helie's suicide. And that makes me think, is she trying to conceal information from the board? Is she trying to deal with things herself, and doesn't want to face the wrath of the board? And she thought she could deal with this in-house, but the board is always going to find out anything. But you saw right there in her tone of voice, she felt betrayed. And we saw a couple episodes ago at her house, her name was Charlotte or Harmony. Like, we know it's called Harmony, but there was a little picture of a girl named Charlotte. She had a shrine dedicated to Kier Egan, or an Egan. And it seems like she's a massive servant of Lumen, or has been for a very long time. And she feels betrayed right there. Now, that's quite interesting, because what if Miss Cobel now helps the Goonie squad? Like, what if she helps, you know, our team now, the Innies? Like a big FU to the board. And Natalie. Bro, that yes from the board member was chilling. But yeah, it is kind of negligent from her to not report Helie's suicide to the board, because that's a newly severed individual.
In each swing of your axe or swipe of your pen, the sum of your affections.
But
through me, they may be purified.
Helie's outie knew of the attempted suicide, right? Yeah.
No higher purpose may be found than this.
Scrambled eggs. That meant to be like an offering to Kier right there. Eat his words.
I figured it out. The goats lay the eggs.
Oh my god, you got it.
Scared about tonight?
Yeah.
They're gonna try the switcheroo thingy.
Scared of getting caught. Or we're all assholes out there.
Well, that's a given for me.
I'm not sure if, like, sort of the rose pink lighting here is meant to imply some sort
I
of
just hope it turns out I have things I care about.
romantic tension between these two.
You pretended to care about me pretty well.
That's the Harry Potter love potion, man.
Pretend to care about.
Love potion lighting.
Okay, refiners. I need to see about a management issue, and this party is over.
Damn, man.
I'll leave the food.
Thank you, Mr. Milchek.
Dylan, I'll be back to escort you to perpetuity shortly.
And packed up the box as well. Packed up her things like that. And meet, like, these guys, when they fire, there's no notice period. The notice period is now.
Key card.
Hey, still missing Grainer's key card.
On you go then.
And how long have they been working for again together? Like that, cold. No feelings attached, that's it. No matter how long you've worked for Lumen, no matter how much you stuck up to the company,
You
just
don't
like
mess
that.
with any other departments. It's just us three.
I know.
The machine's designed to be operated by two.
2 people. I'll be fine. Can I have the stuff, please?
Look, it's likely we'll all wake up around. People could be driving or skiing, whatever we do. So be ready for anything as you go up the elevator, okay? The important thing is you find someone it seems you can trust and you tell them everything.
Oh, okay,
We
so
don't know how long Dylan will be able to give us, so we can't get distracted thinking into our lives.
they're gonna wake up.
The mission is the priority.
They're gonna wake up their innies up there. That's dangerous. Dylan knows about it.
And there was a part of it that your so-called boss made on the clock that taunts you from the wall. But
my friends, the hour is yours.
Bro's memorized the whole book.
97 slaps.
He got that photographic memory.
Let's find out what's for dinner.
You think we're about to meet our spouses?
Maybe.
Maybe it's each other.
That is crazy.
That'd be a hoot.
Okay.
I don't know how, like, obviously him and Elie seem to be a good fit. But, like, same time, we know his wife is still alive. But is it really his wife? What did they do to her?
In case we don't come back.
Yo, they kissed before Bert and Irving.
In case we do.
They said, F the rules, bro.
Good luck out there, boss.
A Dylan G?
A Dylan G?
I'll be out in a minute.
Warren G? Yeah, their Audi is completely oblivious to what their innies have planned. That is absolutely crazy. Oh, that's the Lumen event that's going on, right? That's the one where Miss Cobel said she was going to talk to the board, but now she's been excommunicated on the day of said event. A personalized waffle party. Is that goat milk? The waffle party is just...
Fuck her goddamn soul forever into hell! Don't set fucking fire until she fucking dies!
So Natalie is on site.
Fuck her in her fucking face!
Crash out.
Fuck her goddamn soul!
She's just the messenger. But she's gonna kill the messenger. That's the problem. Now that's creepy, man. Go now to the founder's bed. That's sus. Oh, it's the 9. Is that the 9, like the 9 statutes of Kia Egan on the whip right there? What is going on here? So this is... Do they know that this is the prize for being the top employee at the end of the quarter? Have they have they all experienced this before? They know of... So you put on the mask of Pierre Egan. Yeah, tear it all down. Tear it all down. All that devotion. All that devotion is gone within one sentence. Yeah, burn it to the ground, Cobel. Crash out. Now this is obviously in the editing is very intentional to juxtapose these scenes. What, is he meant to watch this performance? Bro said, this ain't for me. I'm sorry. This ain't for me. Good. Bro, that guy dressed in the ram. Oh. Get that devil shit out of here. Company's evil incarnate. Well, at least we know reintegration works, because that happened to Cobel. Look at her. Reintegrated back into your own home.
Mark.
Hi, Mrs. Selvig. Sorry to just pop over.
Yes? What is it?
Yo, he's Innie's gonna be switched. He's
Well,
gonna
I'm headed to Devin and Rickens.
he's
They
gonna
have that
switch into
party
Innie
tonight.
mode
And
right in front of
Well,
Sylvig.
Devin asked me to double check, see if you're interested in coming.
Oh, I thought he was gonna
you
go.
know, maybe I could drive my own car. Yes. And that way I could leave if I'm uncomfortable or afraid.
Sure. Yeah, that sounds great.
He's gonna go into Innie mode with her, or at the dinner. He's gonna go into Innie mode in front of the family potentially and Miss Cobel. He looks like he's been painting all day with the pants. That's it. That's his life, eh? 8 hours a day at Lumen. Come home. Get a couple groceries. Have the same cup of coffee. And zone into the painting world. Oh, this is going to be so interesting.
Elusive Mark.
Oh, never.
Watch for Leaky's mark.
Hi, Mrs. Selvig.
He's going to switch. He's going to switch at the party. He's going to switch. And so far, the only scene we've seen of Elie as an Audi are obviously the recordings of her Audi talking to her Innie, and the scene where she runs into Mark's car with the headlights. Oh, the paintings look like
Mark.
they're of the
I'm
break room
sorry.
or the
I
hallway
was
to
so
the break room.
terse before.
Oh, no.
I just had a bad day at the shop.
Well, I'm
That's a
sorry
hell of
to
a
hear
shop.
that. Yes. Glad you're here now. Work's just
Bro,
work, right?
this is going to be the moment. He's going to say Miss Cobel.
Yes.
Surely firing her like that is really dangerous to the board, right? With her knowledge of the company and how long she served there. Bro, the ability of this show to just grasp me for the entire runtime of the episode. I never zone out of each episode at all. I love it. So invested. Whole squad. Where we dropping? Where we dropping? Verdansk.
Confirm.
They may get rid of people real quick, but they don't certainly replace them that quick. There should have been another transfer down to security. Now he's painting on a different background.
Elie, Mark.
It's like the Jurassic
Wait,
Park
I should
control room.
probably-
I don't need to be nosy,
No,
but
no.
I heard you say to Devin something about a life change.
Oh, you about to experience a life change.
Well, I was going to have a talk with her about my job, actually. Thinking I might quit.
Quit.
That hey, Mrs. Cobel's gonna hit different. Uh-oh. This is gonna be crazy. This is gonna be cinema. It's gonna be cinema. It's gonna be cinema.
Away from them, Mark.
Oh shit. Oh shit. This is why it's a two-man job. I got that's where Elie is. Oh, she at the Lumen party. She's at the Lumen party, I'm guessing. No, you can't end the episode like that. Elie is at the Lumen function. What other function is going on in this town at the moment? Unless she's at, you know, Devon's party. But no, she looks like she dressed formally, man. She looks like she might be on the board, Elie, low key, and she severed herself. Nah, right? Nah. but she dressed formally. I saw those earrings in the champagne. She looked like she probably at the Lumen function. What other function is going on in this town that you need to be dressed like that with those type of earrings? Unless she had a formal dinner somehow. She's not at Devon's party for sure. Oh man, and you know, freaking Mrs. Silvig or Cobel telling Mark to get away from them as soon as he's about to switch back into the as soon as he's about to switch to INNIE Marcus. Oh bro, this finale about to be cinema. I'm about to get into the finale right after this. I cannot end like that and not go straight into the finale. I hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. It's been your boy Elie Moses. Take care. God bless. Peace.